Good morning, it's a sunny day, so this is an outdoor activity for anyone in reception all the way up to year 6. Yay! Welcome back to Lark Hill Virtual School, and this is my classroom for today. It's a lovely sunny day, so we're going to do an outdoor activity, and all you need is either pots and stones for the garden version, or something like chalk, or a stone that works like chalk for the pavement or the patio version. And I've just realised this might be an issue. You need a sunny day. I don't know what it's like up in Stockport at the moment, but it's going to be sunny all day today, so that's why I'm doing this activity. It is called the human sundial, so we are going to make a clock that is the size of maybe your garden or your patio, and you're going to be able to tell the time tomorrow and the next day and the next day using your very own sundial. Now, because next Sunday in the morning the clocks will change, you will either need to redo your sundial or just wait till after we've changed to British summertime to do this. So if you set up your clock now, you're in Greenwich Mean Time, and then this won't work next week, basically. So you need to make sure you know if you're in Greenwich Mean Time or British summertime. If you're all ready to go, you need to be available every hour on the hour between the times that you want to measure. So I started at 9 a.m. It's just about 10 a.m. now, so I'll do my 10 a.m. filming in a second. And then I need to be available at 11, 12 midday, 1, 2, 3, and I think I'll stop at 4. Don't forget that you're going to need something to mark out the shadows each time. So pots and stones or chalk or maybe even sticks and paper or something. You could label it like a little flag, but we need to make sure we measure and label on the hour, every hour, to keep it nice and consistent, keep it a nice fair test. Ready? Let's go! So for this human sundial, you're going to need a pot, like plant pots, roughly about 8 or 9 of them, a few stones or something to count with, or sticks or markers of any way, because we're not going to be able to draw on the grass. So the first pot goes where you're going to stand every time, on the floor. Make sure it's not going to blow away, and then we need to mark the 9 a.m. so we need to look out towards our shadow. The sun is behind me, my shadow is over there, and you need to get somebody to measure off the top of your head of the shadow and put it down. Lovely. And then what we're going to do is put 9 stones in that pot because it's 9 a.m. and then when we check back at 10 a.m. and we measure our shadow, we'll put 10 stones in the 10 a.m. pot, and so on. It's 10 a.m. now, and we're about to do the 10 a.m. shadow for the human sundial. This brown pot here on the right, that's where I stand, and then this black pot there in the distance, that was the measurement of my shadow, the direction and the length at 9 a.m. Pause the video now and predict where is my 10 a.m. shadow going to point, and how long is it going to be compared to my 9 a.m. Longer, shorter? Is it going to be clockwise from the 9 a.m. or anti-clockwise from the 9 a.m? Let's find out.
Oh, okay. So
I'm filming! Just press go. I'm going to keep that in. That's really annoying. Anyway, this overshadows my even better joke. So remember, you need to stand in the exact same place, and if you can, wear the ugliest combination of socks and shoes because you're on camera. And then you need to have a look out, and then someone needs to measure where the top of your head goes, where the shadow is, with the 10 a.m. pot. And thank you, did you predict correctly? Did you think it was going to be more clockwise or more anti-clockwise from my 9 a.m? Did you think it was going to be shorter or longer? Do you now have enough information to make a prediction about 11 a.m? How trustworthy is that prediction going to be? I'll see you at 11. Bye-bye. Here we are at 11 a.m. on the garden sundial. We've got 9 a.m. there on the left, and that's got 9 stones in the pot, just in case I forget. 10 a.m. there with 10 stones in the pot, and we need to do now our 11 a.m. with 11 stones in the pot. And again, my key worker camera crew are not here, so I'm going to try and throw this resistance band and then see if I can mark off where the top of my head would go at 11 a.m. and then I can do this all my own. Okay, so I just heard someone sneeze. I need to go and wash their hands for 20 seconds now. So I can see that we have this loop here that is absolutely in line with the top of my head. So I'm going to go and get another pot. and put this down here. So it's that loop there, and then I'm going to go back and double check. Yep, I'm satisfied that that is my 11 a.m. shadow. So looking at the pattern, we are getting shorter, aren't we? What do you think is going to happen at 12? What do you think is going to happen at 1, 2, 3, 4? Have a look and see later. Good afternoon, technically. It is 12 o'clock noon, the middle of the day. Just a reminder that this is being filmed during GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, so you will notice a difference at 12 o'clock noon with your shadows and your sundials now compared to next week after we turn to British summertime. So make sure if you've got a sundial set up this week that after next Sunday, the 29th, is it? Yeah. That you change your sundial because it will be inaccurate. Okay, we've got 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m, and this is my 12 o'clock. And we're going to put a pot down where my head is. Yeah. Thank you. I guess that's the marker meaning 12 because they've all got tons of stones in them, but it's fine. So you can see the difference. The shadows are clearly getting shorter and we are moving around. And there's, I don't know, bit of a difference between the angle of the sector, I guess. We'll see. Right, prediction time, 1 o'clock. Where's it going to be? And how long is the shadow going to be? We'll see you then. Good afternoon, it's 1 p.m. GMT on the same day that we have filmed all of the other shadows. Are you excited as I am to see how a 1 p.m. shadow compares to the 12 and the 11 and the 10 and the 9? Ready? I'm going to turn the phone sideways. Whoa, look at this. So my 1 p.m. shadow is further away than my 12 p.m. shadow. It's about the same distance away as my 11. So it's not continued the pattern of getting shorter and shorter. We are still going clockwise from 9, 10, 11, 12 and 1 o'clock. But my shadow has actually got longer from last time. So all we're going to do now is put the plant pot on the top of my head. And inside we're going to put 1 stone so we know that that's 1 p.m. I'll fix that later. Good afternoon, it is 2 p.m. We're going to have a look at the 2 p.m. shadow compared to the rest. We've got 2 p.m. here and 1 p.m. next to it. It's clearly longer, and then 12 there. So throughout the day, we went 9 a.m. there, shorter, to 12. That's the upturn one. And then 1 was longer, and 2 is longer still. Did you predict it correctly? And we've run out of plant pots, so we're going to put some, I don't know what they are. They're old medicine bottles, but they're now filled with nails or something like that. So that means 2 o'clock now. And then when it comes to 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, we'll be using those as well. Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. So the shadow is longer than it was at 2 o'clock. We're going to measure it by labeling it with 3 bottles that are filled with nails. So tomorrow we know that's a 3. So now you've got your sundial set up and it might look like this from above. And it does look like all of the shadows, the tops of the shadows are in a straight line. But if you think about it, it's the distance between where you stood and where the top of the shadow was. So my 9 a.m. shadow was this long and my midday shadow was this long. And you can see by distance, it's quite different like that. So all you have to do now to be able to use it is the next day, go and stand on the cross and see where your shadow lands. So for example, if I go on mine tomorrow and I stand on the cross and I see this is my shadow here, I can say it's about halfway between 10 and 11, so it must be about 10:30 in the morning. And that's how you use it as a sundial. Remember that this is for GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, and this is all the way up to Sunday, the 29th of March. That's when it'll work at, well, it'll work till 1 a.m. then. And then from then you're going to have to change your sundial and you'll notice the difference of when the shortest shadow is in the day. So thank you for joining us at Larkhill Virtual School. I will see you on the next one. Bye.